Hey friends, so it's been a hot minute since I've done a video. Life has been crazy. It is, I like almost never know what day it is. It is Saturday, November 12th, and I am about to hop on over to one of my new jobs. And I just wanted to say hello. I'm very determined to put yoga videos and more wellness and yoga content up on my YouTube channel. It's very difficult when you're living in strangers' homes to do that. For those that did not read what I posted on Facebook, I've been homeless. I'm not homeless, but homeless, L-E-S-S. Rent has just skyrocketed everywhere. This is a global issue. I have friends that live overseas and they're seeing gas and electric go up. In Italy, I know they're being heavily rationed. I'm more than sure this is going to happen in the United States, not to cause any type of fear, but I'm more than sure that it's coming for us too. And I'm just seeing a surge of posts on Facebook. Everyone's looking for roommates. Everybody's looking to figure out how to cut down costs. So I can be very hard on myself because I have high expectations for myself. And I'm like, well, now I'm 46. But before all of this happened, I was 45. And I was like, I'm a grown adult and I am intelligent and I am educated. And how did this happen? And you know what? I don't ever abdicate myself of responsibility. You know, I have a high sense of duty and responsibility and I know how to hold myself accountable. So we could say I somewhat got myself here, but to be fair, I think like 90% of the people that I know are in the same situation. And I've been living alone for 15 years. So this was really, really hard for me to, cave and look for a roommate. So I've been bouncing back and forth between Airbnbs, which is ridiculously expensive because, like, you know, the American way is to inflate everything. So everyone's like, oh, I can make a shit ton of money off of my Airbnb property instead of like, you know, oh, people are really struggling and looking for a place to go. And I get it. Listen, capitalism, if that's what you want to do. That's not who I am. I was able to find some very affordable Airbnbs. Some were not as nice as others. I was able to crash on a friend's couch for a week, and I've been living with another friend for a couple weeks, and I'm moving back into a farmhouse in my favorite town, Travelers Rest. That's an Airbnb, but I became very good friends with the owner, or I'll just say friends. He's a great guy. So I'm going back to living with all men, which is new and different for me, but they're pretty cool and I'll be there for a few weeks. And I did find a roommate and I will be moving permanently to Greer January 1st. So, and we'll see, because you never know. Every time I make a plan, something happens. I had a roommate, we looked for 2 weeks together for housing and they totally screwed me over. Jazz hands. Whatever, wasn't meant to be. You know, again, I don't know where people's integrity is at. I don't really know what's happening in the world. It's hard for me because I just don't function this way. And I don't want to become someone I'm not. And I don't like sometimes that I feel like I get a little hardened, or a little angry, you know, to be honest. Anger is a good catalyst for me though, for my personality. I know how to leverage anger now. Anger for me usually is, there's an injustice, whether it's against me or someone else, or I'm feeling like boundaries are being, broken, or there's been a betrayal. And then my first reaction is usually anger. I see nothing inherently wrong with that. That's just my signal that I don't like what's happening. And then I have to problem solve. And then it's up to me what I do with that anger. I certainly don't let it take me over the way that I used to in my younger years, when I really didn't have a strong sense of self. I didn't have high emotional intelligence, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, so that's what's going on with me. You're going to see my car is actually packed. So I've been driving around for 2 months with my little SUV packed to capacity with personal things. My things have fit in 3 different homes, but it was only, I filled my SUV 3 times. That's all I have. I literally have nothing, which is so, I love it. Like, it's so relieving to me that I don't have like caravans of stuff, and I didn't have to hire this like huge moving truck. And I moved everything myself. Didn't hire a moving company. Grown men in my old apartment complex watching me carry heavy loads, and no one saying, "Can I help you?" What is happening in this world? But that's okay, because I'm strong enough. You know, that was my CrossFit day. I got a really good workout in. Boy, I was sore the next day. I was tired as hell, but I did it. And I wound up knocking on a neighbor's door that just moved in, this young guy. His name is Andrew. Andrew, you'll probably never see this, but thank you for everything you did for me that day. And he did help me get my kayak on my roof. And he actually gave me some straps because we realized some of mine were broken, and he was like, keep them, because I was gonna drive all the way back and drop them off. He was like, no, keep them. So there are good people, there are good things happening. You definitely find out who your true friends are in heightened crisis. And I'm very glad that my garden has been weeded. That's always hard for me because I'm super loyal and I have a really big heart and I love big. And when you're in my circle, you're in my circle. When you're in my heart, I really envelop you. So when people kind of fall off, when I need them most, that can be very difficult for me, but so cathartic in the end, because you really only want to be surrounded by good people and people who have your best interests at heart and people who really want to support you and see you thrive. So I've had some angels, absolute earth angels, come into my life, people I barely know, going to the ends of the earth to be supportive and help me. Yeah, it's been wild. And I really was only unemployed for a month and a half, and I wasn't even totally unemployed because I was teaching and doing my yoga thing, which clearly wasn't enough. And then, like most people, my rent went up exponentially. I know some people's apartments who went up $300 a month, you know, and nothing is being done to the apartment. It's not like there's any upgrades. So it's really crazy times. I did apply for jobs out of state. I did get a couple of them, but it just wasn't lucrative. And honestly, I did not have the energy to move again. So I'm very determined to build my business. I did start a new kids business. It is called Playful Warrior Kids Yoga. And I'm probably going to start a YouTube channel for that. I cannot post a lot of pictures because some of the places that I teach kids yoga, I cannot take pictures. They're private entities, and even with a release form, they really don't want me posting pictures of the kids from their school, which I understand. And then I changed my Carrie Wellness Retreats to Tadasana Wellness Retreats. I used to have a teacher and she would always say, ta-da! And I love that, like, ta-da, I'm rebranding myself. And Tadasana means mountain pose, and I love mountains, and mountains they're strong, and they're grounded, and they're centered. Think of all of the qualities that you get from a mountain. So that business is transitioned to Tadasana Wellness Retreats, and I have an amazing spring wellness retreat coming up in Talking Rock, Georgia, and we get the entire farm to ourselves. The accommodations are amazing. It's all inclusive. You can hop on my website. It is www.soulpurposewellness.com. soulpurposewellness.com, and I will be uploading that, and then it's all over my social media for everyone who continues to support me. I love you. Thank you so much. You have no idea. And I'm so happy that I am in a better place. You know, this is biblical, it's energetic, it's spiritual. We all go through spiritual crisis. We all have this coming to Jesus moments. You know, in the Bible, we talk about the seasons, right? And this was just a dark time for me. I was kind of on a big high for a while, and got knocked off my horse, which is, I think, really healthy. Humility is a good thing, and being a little bit vulnerable about that, which I really don't have a problem with, because I'm so honest and upfront and a very authentic person. I don't really have time for superficiality or any of that BS. Those of you that know me know that. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and I will be posting yoga videos once I get settled. Like I said, it's very difficult for me to even have a routine. Has been hard. I've been working really hard to do that because I love my morning ritual, and it's been really difficult to just even do a home practice. Now that it's getting colder, I was able to do practices outside. So I'm working really hard on that. Hopefully when I get back to the farmhouse, I will be able to shoot some videos. Take care, y'all.